me.
The quick shots. The first topic we have is it's an Xbox game. Games. Basically there was a conversation that was on I think it's Kind of Funny podcast or something like that. They were talking about it on their channel. And they were talking to who's the freaking exec? Phil Spencer.
Phil Spencer.
I don't know
yeah.
why I had a brain fire. I was saying Sean Layden. I'm still in place.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Phil Spencer, they were talking to him, and they were asking about Fable, Avowed, Elder Scrolls 6, and he basically was explaining that Elder Scrolls 6 was not coming out anytime soon, and if it was to come out, it would be well after, and when it does come out, it will be well after Fable and even Avowed. So, I thought, we both thought that this was kind of interesting, right? Because, as Fable, we heard Fable. We didn't know exactly how long it had been in the workings of it. It just kind of popped up out of nowhere. I've always been hoping and dreaming and praying at night, waiting for new Fable news. But, and then I finally got it. My prayers were answered by the game gods. But as far as like Elder Scrolls 6, Fable and Skyrim, they're like a year apart or something like that from each other.
Fable and Skyrim when they released.
Yeah.
The last Fable game to come out was 2010.
Uh-huh.
And then Skyrim came out 2011.
Okay, yeah. So it's been like a long ass time since both of those games came out. But you would think because of how large Bethesda is that Elder Scrolls 6 would be more so in the works than Fable, which is an IP that was run by Lionshead.
Right, and that doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah,
right.
They don't even exist. So you've got a whole new company like Playground, which is taking that over.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's not like, like the Lionhead dudes just got back together and like, we're going to create another Fable. It's like, nah, that shit it doesn't exist anymore.
Exactly.
It's a whole new developer, making this. So they're pretty much doing this from the ground up.
And they just kind of like recently got this gig.
I think,
right?
I don't know exactly.
Because, they've only ever been working on Horizon, Forza games.
Forza Horizon, yeah.
And now they revealed Fable. And it's like, that just feels like, because it was just like a announcement of the game, that just feels like when they announced it, they had just recently decided to make this a game.
Yeah,
Fable.
But wasn't that like a pretty polished little like 5-second clip that they gave us? It was beautiful, man. There was the fairies and shit and frogs with crowns and different things like that. Like this,
it was
we're
beautiful.
not talking about no basic bitch ass gameplay trailer or no trailer. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
But there was zero about the game. Like it was just literally.
It was zero, but it was like everything. Like everything you could want in a game, it had it in there.
Okay.
Just in that trailer.
Yeah.
Even though it showed nothing, like it was everything. So I was super stoked the moment that I saw like the fucking fairy flying around.
That was it, man. Like it's everything I ever wanted.
My heart was stolen.
Everything I ever wanted in the game, right there.
Yeah, and then when
and then
I
the
saw
frog, and then it was like, this is over.
Yeah, when I saw the name, I was just like, this is a fucking wrap. Like, every game is dead this year. Whatever year that shit comes out, they're dead to me. It's just all about Fable.
I'm just saying, man, like, clearly it was a new decision. Where Elder Scrolls has been around, it's not no new decision. Like, you're going to be making the next Elder Scrolls. We all saw how successful Skyrim was. It was so damn successful. They made it for refrigerators and dishwashers.
Right. Y'all mom probably know about
my mom probably know about Elder Scrolls.
Yeah.
And so that's what's most bizarre, because Elder Scrolls came out in 2011, Elder Scrolls 5, Skyrim. Right. And we're thinking 2026, like at the soonest probably, or like around 2026. They mentioned 2024.
2026?
But 2026 is
time away though.
That's 15 years since Skyrim. That's nuts to me.
But they've been making like so many damn renditions of Skyrim that I could see why this shit's postponed. Like they had a VR version. They had like the deluxe, the Uber deluxe. Like they had like all these different versions that they were dropping them on. You know what I mean? Like
but I'm just saying that 15 years is a long time between sequels.
It is.
That's ridiculous.
But 10 years is a long time, from seeing Fable. You know what I'm
saying?
It
is. But the only difference between the two, in my opinion, is because Lionhead Studios like this. they're gone. Like it kind of fell off the map. Like Elder Scrolls has never fallen off the map. Like
Yeah.
I would think, like once you released 5, you have 6 in the works, kind of
But remember, they
the-
also
you know,
had. Oh, actually,
scheduled at least.
you have to include Elder Scrolls Online. So you have.
No,
to include
we've already
the
went over this
progression of
on a previous video. That's a separate entire
that was a whole
development
different
team. Yeah,
group? Okay.
right. It's a whole different team
Yeah.
making the online version. So like, yeah, because we talked about this before. What's going on, and that was what we discovered.
Right.
And so like, you look at these games that Bethesda Softworks, like the ones that make Fallout and Elder Scrolls,
Right.
they have like these long gaps in between releases. Now, I wouldn't expect Fable before Elder Scrolls, but that's what we're going to be getting. So that's what was more.
I would demand Fable before Elder Scrolls.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I hear you there, man.
Yeah.
Like, but I'm just like, when I saw that news, I was like, dang, that means Fable's closer. That's just nuts to me, because Elder Scrolls. We should have already kind of been expecting Elder Scrolls 5 years ago.
Yeah.
A 10-year wait.
How about even Avowed though? Right? Because Avowed was mentioned like a long ass time ago, right?
Avowed. That's what I was trying to look up, man, and I'm showing 2020.
2020
They
is when
revealed
they
it.
showed Avowed? We didn't get like no inklings of it a while back.
Nah, I don't think we got any inklings of it, and that was also just a reveal trailer too. Like no gameplay.
Yeah.
Xbox's MO. They just give you like a little reveal trailer that isn't gameplay at all. So hearing that that's coming before Elder Scrolls 6 too is just like, it's just crazy, man.
But I mean, if you think about like how large Skyrim was, right? And if Bethesda is gonna keep making these large worlds, Fallout, things like that, like Elder Scrolls 6 has gotta be huge as fuck. Like it's just gotta be big as shit. And what if they're going to like, I don't know, what if Elder Scrolls 6 is gonna be like, similar to like Elder Scrolls Online type shit, where it's like this, this service where they just keep upgrading it and updating it.
I'm sure they will be doing that. And I know that they're big games, but they've always been able to release them relatively in a timely manner in the past.
Yeah.
So the idea is like, why is it taking 15 plus years now to bring out the next one? That seems very excessive to me.
Yeah, and then you also have whatever Starfield has been demanding from them.
Right, and so Starfield's been what they've been working on primarily, and then they have probably a little team working on 76 occasionally. So, like, it's just, I don't know. I think part of it is, like, with 76, they're making quite a bit of money on the shop. They've made so much money on reselling Skyrim 5 over and over and over again. So there's no incentive to make 6.
Else, yeah,
there's just no reason to make 6 because people are just going to keep rebuying 5. Right. Why even bother? It's still nuts to hear that Avowed and Fable, 2 games that didn't even exist, really, are going to be launching. And according to Phil Spencer, like, well before Elder Scrolls even like hits the market. He said like both these games will be released and running out in the public long before Elder Scrolls 6 even comes to the front of the table,
Right. So I mean, when you talk about like Xbox games and then you mention like Elder Scrolls 6 and Avowed, but then you mentioned Fable, I could give a fuck about all those other games. I just want to know about Fable. So really, I don't give a shit when Elder Scrolls 6 comes out. I just want to know when Fable comes out.
Well, you got good news, man. Like it's coming out before Elder Scrolls 6.
Fable coming. That's what I want to see. Fucking spam that shit. Then go and tweet that shit to fucking Xbox. When is Fable coming out? Playground 2, man. Hit them all up. Tag them all.
What's your guess on it, anyways?
What, when Fable's coming out?
Yeah, I'm saying 2023. Maybe
I could see like 2023, maybe even like early 2024.
Yeah,
because I don't know.
I could see that too.
I feel like it's a reimagining of Fable, right? So
it's like a remake.
Yeah, and then you got all new people doing it, so they know what Fable is.
Or reboot, right? It's like a reboot. It's worse than a remake.
Right.
Yeah.
So I feel like if you're taking something that, as you might say, didn't do so good for like the third edition or whatever, and you're trying to reimagine it, you might want to like put like, you might want to go for the gusto on that one because you're bringing this title back from the dead essentially.
Right.
So, you might be wanting to put like your best foot forward.
Right.
Especially if you've only been working on car games, racing games,
Mm-hmm.
and you got a chance to do something else. They might have been like, "Hey, man, Phil, bruh, let me just make a new game, man. Let me make something else. I know you've been loving this Forza shit, but I need a break, dog. Like,
Dude, I
I'm
think
tired of
us
this."
Xbox players need a break, man.
Yeah.
Like we keep getting that's Xbox. Forza, Halo, Gears. Forza, Halo, Gears. Forza, Halo, Gears. And it's like, come on, I want a break from those two. Give me something new. And so, like, yeah, I'm sure they are excited. And like they announced it in 2020, so they're probably kind of started working, at least design phase 2020.
Yeah.
They're probably working on it right now in 21. Give them all of next year, and then probably like 2023, we'll see some reveal and maybe a date.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, as much as as many times as we've played this game with Xbox, right? A lot of times they have a lot done. They just don't want to show us the gameplay.
They don't ever show
always
gameplay,
just show us
man.
a trailer.
Ever.
But they be having like alphas and shit ready. You know what I mean? So it's just a matter of time when they show us. And I'm honestly, I would much rather just hear about it and not see anything announced about it until it's like really ready to go. And then it's like, 10 months from now, it's coming out. So that way we don't have all these pushbacks and different things like that. But you know what I mean? I'm okay with like not seeing like, the gameplay and stuff like
Right.
that. Like, even if they gave me verbal updates on Twitter every month.
Yeah, and please don't give me a date until you know you can meet that date.
For sure.
That's my opinion, man.
Yeah, I don't want the date and then for you guys to push it back again. 'Cause
I hate that. I hate that,
totally
man.
suck.
Just
I
don't give me
wouldn't
the
like that.
date.
Yeah.
I don't care if you have to wait a year longer before you tell me the date. Tell me a date that you know you can meet.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. But
I love you, me.